It's a redshirt senior Cam Ingram, the tailback with three receivers split out to the left. Greenwood in the shotgun. Looks to his left, has a man in the end zone. Touchdown, Corey Nichols. Riddell, 20 touchdowns this season. Back to pass. Met by pressure, and he's brought down. A big sack for LIU. And Scoop Gardner Jr. 2nd and 1. This time Ross, big hole up the middle. O'Shawn Ross makes a man miss. Inside the 15 to the 10-5. Dives for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. O'Shawn Ross, 42 yards. From their own 45, they'll punt it away. Joshua Brown, good punt. Fumbled, and recovered by the Seahawks. Tyler Riddle takes the snap, and it's intercepted with room to run to the house. A pick six for the Sharks. And is that Trey Watkins again? It sure is. Trey Watkins' 5th pick of the year. And a welcome inside Sharks Stadium here in Brookville as LIU back home, ready to take on the Duquesne Dukes for some NEC football just past high noon here in Brookville on NEC Front Row and RYZ Network. I'm Mike Murabito alongside former LIU CW Post assistant coach Jim Wright. And Jim, the Sharks came very close last week against Central Connecticut State. A 10-7 loss, very narrow defeat right at the end. A blocked field goal from the 1-yard line, an 18-yard attempt, and that was the margin against the top team, the only team in league yet to lose. And as we've seen maybe a few times this year, some close defeats in conference, but once again, defense was on full display, holding the Blue Devils to just 10 points in that narrow defeat. And it's Ethan Greenwood back there to start this series. Finds Ross on the right side. Ross looking to run. Up to the 32-yard line. O'Shawn Ross, the dynamic back for the Sharks, gives them a first down.
It's a nice opening play. In fact, if we go back in time, that was the first play of the game. It was just a bad pass by Greenwood, but it's nice to see a completion.
Sharks moving quickly. Another 1st and 10. Greenwood steps up. On the left side, it's Jaden Simpson for his first catch of the day and another first down for LIU.
Hey, here's a nice job of stepping up in this up-tempo offense now, which LIU does quite a bit. I've always seen that as a positive.
And we've seen it really come into play late in the halves this year. Certainly the second quarter, we saw it last time out. Worked really well against New Haven with Stanzani under center. It's Greenwood now, and the handoff to Ross, and a big hole up the middle. O'Shawn Ross past the 40, down to the 32-yard line. Biggest play of the afternoon for O'Shawn Ross, and as the flag comes in, you can add 15 more.
And that was a well-deserved flag, aside from being a well-deserved play, well-run play. You know, you throw the ball on first down the first 2 times. He gets upfield, a nice hole, patient running, and then makes a cut to go upfield. But that was clearly unnecessary roughness. You know, he was at least 5 yards outside the field before he was pushed down.
Yeah, some frustration boiling over for the Dukes. And it puts the Sharks inside the Duquesne red zone. They'll spot the ball. Looks like the 17-yard line of Duquesne. So there's O'Shawn Ross after being held to just 6 yards on 4 carries. A big run puts the Sharks in position to add to their lead.
Mike, you said it. You said it was time for O'Shawn Ross to run.
Well, here's Ethan Greenwood and sliding for a gain of 2. Quickly down, Ethan Greenwood.
Nice cut. Nice cut that time. I'd almost like to see you go straight ahead there if you're going to run the ball at all, but still, you got them on their heels a little bit. You know, they have been on the field. Their defense been on the field a little bit now this first half.
Deion Richardson, top of the screen. Next to him is Jaden Simpson as the handoff to Ross up the middle, carrying a few defenders close to the 12-yard line for O'Shawn Ross, and we saw him go for 2 after the touchdown in the first quarter. This is field goal range, but you wonder, are they working perhaps in 4-down territory this deep of side of the field?
Yeah, you do have to wonder. I mean, this is 3rd and daunting right now at 6 yards. It's one of those tweeners. You know, you You're probably going to see somebody throw the ball here. I'm not sure who's quarterbacking right now. It looks like Greenwood. But you could have a similar play that they opened up with, a little flare out to Ross.
See Corey Nichols in motion. He's healthy after missing a few games, the preseason All-NEC receiver. And Ron Cooper running out off the LIU sidelines. To be some miscommunication as he'll signal for a timeout. He was right in Dion Richardson's ear off the sideline, but the Sharks will regroup. First timeout charged here in half number 1. Figure you got the timeouts this late in the game, this position, might as well get it right.
Yeah, no question about it. Calling a timeout early like that, now he's only down to – he should be down to 1, I think. I think he called a timeout earlier, Mike, right?
That is correct. That is correct.
Yeah, there it goes. Scoreboard was a little slow on the uptick for us.
Oh, so was I. But you are correct, and it does.
No worries.
Give them a chance here, and you figure how the offense is. I don't want to say struggled because there's been times this year, and we saw it against New Haven, we saw it against Robert Morris as well, where they've really taken control of the game and taken the front stage with it happened to be Stanzani or O'Shawn Ross or even Ethan Greenwood earlier in the season. But now here's a chance after scoring 7 at Central last week. You already have 8 on the board. You put one more touchdown in, potentially up 2 scores. I mean, that's a big boost going into the half against this team.
No question, and you've got the ball at the start of the second half, so this is a huge drive right now. What I'd like to see here is the Dukes may want to apply some pressure. They have come more out of desperation in the last set when they brought somebody because the offense was moving well. But I'd almost like to see them throw that quick slant.
Well, it is Richardson and Simpson to the left. Jaden Dozier, the big tight end, split out to the left as well. As he takes the snap, finds Ross, and he can waltz right in. Oh, Sean Ross. Sharks up 2 touchdowns here in the first half.
Well, even though I changed the play from a slant, that little screen package was there. And again, no pursuit by the Dukes at all. You go in untouched on a play like that on third down. Very interesting. No one covering Ross at all.
His second reception touchdown of the season. His second in as many games. And the Sharks offense flexing its muscles in this first half with a 2-score lead and a chance to add on here. And they will kick it with Will Johnson. Trying to make it a 12-point lead. And that he does. 15-3. 3:08 left here in the second quarter.